Eastern European fighters are very disciplined, and that's why we can see Majimov, even at this point, still being paid.
Oh, it's time to get it on. He got the beat dog now. Let's go.
Took a moment ago, and then a nice uppercut as well, but Ortiz comes over the top with a right hand of his own. Nice left hook!
There's a right hand by Tszyu, but nice counter jab by Fundora. Now they're beginning to exchange a little bit more.
There's a right hand by Tszyu, but still on wobbly legs, and left hook drops him.
All right, you guys, so let's break down the 154-pound division real quick, and let's see exactly where we're at and what fight that could be made in 2025 now that we have Turkey involved too as well. So I feel like that can give it more of a push as far as everybody fighting each other at 154. And I feel like with these stars, it doesn't matter where they align. I think either way, the fans win and we can get big fights. So let's start off with Tszyu versus Murtaza Aliyev. And I think that once it's weird because I hear everybody saying that Tszyu's a bum, Tszyu's washed, Tszyu's never going to be the same, Tszyu needs to retire. And I think, was this a bad loss for Tszyu? Yeah, it was a bad loss for Tszyu, and I think he didn't fully recover, or he didn't get over what happened versus Fundora. I don't think he mentally recovered from it. It looked like he was physically ready for his fight against Murtaza Aliyev, but I think the mindset wasn't there for him. He wasn't as strong as he was, and I feel like he lost a little bit of that, but I think once Tszyu gets the mindset back in place, I think he's going to be on track, but I think it's even going to be harder for him this time because he lost a close fight against Sebastian Fundora with an accidental elbow to the head, and like I said, I'm not too sure how well he actually recovered from that fight, if he took enough time away to recover mentally. And then you guys seen in the first round against Murtaza Aliyev how he kept checking if that cut was open, if blood was running down. So I think once after I seen that, I seen a switch in that fight, and it really gave me more of an open view of how this fight was actually going to go. So I mean, I would definitely like to see Tszyu in bigger fights, and I still think he deserves those bigger opportunities. I think once he gets his mindset back to what it was, he's going to have no problem being a part of these big future fights. Murtaza Aliyev, just because you don't have a big name in boxing, just because you don't have a big name on social media, doesn't mean you're not that guy. Obviously, he holds the IBF, so I think this was a breakout fight for him. He beat the guy that everyone thought that was going to beat him, but then now he's known in the 154-pound division. Now he has a name. So I see a lot of fighters who have names in the 154-pound division are going to start calling him out now. And now we have Sebastian Fundora versus Errol Spence Jr. mixed in with some Terrence Crawford. So I think Terrence Crawford took a business decision, and it's not that he didn't want to fight Sebastian Fundora. If Sebastian Fundora wins, Crawford can still, that fight is still on the table for Terrence Crawford. So, but I think Terrence Crawford stepped back, made a business decision, and I think he knows that there's more money involved against Terrence Crawford versus Errol Spence too. So I think that was a business decision by Errol Spence. But Errol Spence is back in the mix now, probably early 2025. So we officially have Errol Spence back in 2025, officially at 154. So Errol Spence is now in the mix. Sebastian Fundora showed that he's willing to fight anybody, and he's willing, and he's a warrior. He showed it against Tszyu. He's willing to fight through damn near the worst. So Sebastian Fundora definitely has a name for himself now. I mean, I'm not going to say now, but I think even more of a threat at 154, showing that he's a true warrior versus Tszyu. So I think it doesn't really matter where these stars align. Plus, you have Virgil Ortiz, and you still have Majimov versus Bocek. So I think no matter where these stars align, and like I said, it seems like all these guys want to fight each other. Like, no one's ducking and dodging anyone at 154, and I think 154 might have the brightest future in 2025. So like I said, I think the fans win overall in general. I don't know how boxing could truly mess this up on mix and matching these fights together. It doesn't really matter who versus who. I think either way the fans win. And it seems like these guys really want to fight each other. And it seems like all these guys are true warriors and truly want to step up to that plate to show who's the actual best at 154. Let me know what you guys think about this fight or these potential matchups. Let me know if you guys think that the 154-pound division has the most potential and the brightest future of 2025, especially with Turkey involved. Like I said, I think he can push this division to what it could be or what it potentially could be, especially with so many big names in there. And obviously, breakout fights for people now who have a name. And I think the 154 has the brightest division of 2025 so far. So like I said, let me know what you guys think about this division. And it doesn't really matter who gets matched up where. It doesn't matter where these stars get aligned. I think either way, we win as the fans. So let me know what you guys think about this division, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. I'm out.